Do you know rose water? We use it a lot in cosmetics, right? So we take a rose water, thank you, and we concentrate it to have this fragrance. And it will be different from the other techniques that you will smell later. So you can really smell this petally, really rosy effect, quite fresh and dry. And if you know the rose water, it's really the scent of the rose water. So this is the place in Bulgaria that you produce the most of the roses, and this is one of the best qualities that we can have in perfumery. It's still the same rose, but the extraction technique is the oldest. So this one here is a pure oil. And you can smell that it's different. You can compare it. You can smell one and the other one. Less floral, less petally. It's more metallic, almost like a vegetable, like artichoke. It has a different facets. And the flowers are picked by hand. Yeah. So it's really, really precious.
So we have seen natural roses, we have seen synthetic roses, and now we discover technology that has been used for Divine Dark Velvet. So it's called centric. So it's like taking a picture of a moment. It's the perfumer will capture the scent of nature, of flower, thanks to a glass, as you can see in the picture here. And so all the molecules, olfactive molecules will enter in the technology, and then the perfumer will recreate the scents. So it will allow us to capture the scent of nature without damaging it, and also to have to capture the scent of very special flowers as the one we have in Divine. And just for you to understand, so we have the plant, and then we put the glass on the flower, and then the perfumer work on it and create the scent of this flower. So it can be any flower that is fragranced. So
we can also capture the scent of different new roses that was created later, not the classic ones. And this is what we did with Black Baccarat rose. So this rose is known for really black, dark, velvety petals, really dark red, and a different scent than the ones that you know. So you will discover this one, and this is the rose that you can find also in Divine Dark Velvet. So this rose is created by human. Yes, it's a mixture between Rosa Damascena and Chinese rose. And the centric that we did was done in Canada. And you can smell, it's totally different. It's really fruity. It's almost like pear, like peach, and spicy, but in a really light way. So this is why we've chosen this one, because it's velvety, it's dark, it's deep, it's sensual, and it's really glamorous. So we can discover together different fragrances, and you have a good picture on where our Divine Dark Rose, the Divine Dark Velvet, sorry. Yes,
Rose from Magdalena anymore. Yes.
Is placed. So this one is really dark and sweet, somehow young maybe, but really nice for the evening out.
And just a little life hack that I bet you already figure out. Just because what Magdalena shows you what kind of other, roses are playing in the similar territory. You can, for example, while working, while pitching Divine or explaining it to the client or training others how to explain, you can always ask, do you like some of this type of scents? Mm-hmm. If you like this, perhaps you like the universe of this fragrance. Okay. Of course, doesn't mean at all that they smell that similar, but it means that they play in similar territory. So if you like one, perhaps you will like another one too. Okay.
Speaking of concepts now, we have already seen La Nuit Trésor, Vanille, vanille noir, and also some velvet concepts with velvet rose and oud. And in the market there are some brands that are playing also on the light and dark concepts. It conveys also this intense feeling. So like La Nuit Trésor, they have Le Parfum, and yes, and Black Opium, they have also played on the night. La Petite Robe Noire, it's about the velvet concept, velour, eau de parfum velour. And yes, many other examples here, as you can see, also from niche brands like Louis Vuitton, Nuit de Feu, Byredo, Reine de Nuit. So, and also it conveys a mysterious feeling and yes, very intense universe. So let's speak about our star.
Yes, let's speak about Divine finally. To be honest. I'm a brand and effective manager at ORIFLAME, Sweden, working in Stockholm. So basically my job is to come up with a fun concept for perfumes and make sure that they smell good together with these talented people, and to understand how they're supposed to smell like. But the question is, actually, who is this diva? Isn't it a cool question? Isn't it something that, you know, all of us, maybe time after time, would like to hear? Asking someone, you know, like looking back to us. I think all of us, sooner or later, time after time, really want a bit of extra attention. And you know what's even more? I think all of us deserve extra attention. Because each single of us is actually, surprise, surprise, a diva. It just, you know, it's just our daily things and a lot of maybe stress or like work or to-do list or fix things within the family. It makes us forget about it sometimes, right? And it's cool that sometimes you take something very, very tiny, you know, maybe new dress or maybe new awesome perfume, just to use it as a symbol to remind you that actually you have it. And this is exactly the idea why we created Divine. That's exactly the purpose why we created Divine Dark Velvet. So our main creative goal here was for you, every time you spray it, every time it touches your skin. So, you know, you could feel like suddenly you're wearing this black, long, velvety gown, even if you're sitting, I don't know, in your trainers and a t-shirt. So to feel like, you know, you want to have your chin a little bit more up. You want to probably be in the spotlight, or moreover, maybe you want to bring this spotlight or runway with you wherever you go, just because you are the main show, like you are the main spectacle. So we really wanted to make a scent that can boost your confidence a little bit. I know you get a lot of this in advertising and commercial, yes, but hopefully when you smell it, you will understand that actually this is the one. So wherever you need to feel, you have a day when you need to feel a bit extra, please spray Divine, and it will help you to channel your inner diva. It will remind you that you are a diva, you have it. And if we really succeed together with the team creating the scent as we planned it, maybe it will make you feel a little bit like this. Let's see if you can get the vibe. So in summa, the main things to remember about Divine when we smell it together: she's glam, she's velvet, she's diva, so are you. This is the most important. And here the question is, how do you make such a diva-esque noir scent? Well, of course you need to approach it from different angles. First of all, it's design, because as we know, for every diva, appearance matters. We all been there, done that. Can you guess, now you have a spoiler of course behind me, but can you guess what the bottle of Divine that you can see there, for example, what it's inspired of? What it's supposed to remind you about? Any ideas? Just shoot.
Female body.
It's a female body. I mean, it's fun that it's coming from the. Okay, sorry, Kuba, almost only man in the studio from 2 months. You got it. You got it. So you know, surprise, surprise, our designer. First of all, that's a clue for you. Second of all, it actually helps that our main designer is also a gentleman, our Anderson Santos from Brazil. So basically, when he was trying to create the silhouette of Divine, you can see all those things are the real prototypes, are the real, sketches before we landed to what we landed. And for those from you who've been with Oriflame for a while, you remember that Divine, first Divine, the blue bottle one, original, it existed since beginning of 2000s. So actually the brand been with us for 20 years, that's crazy, quite a journey. Of course, it changed the shape a little bit, it changed the form, we were dressing her in different colors, she's been blue, she's been red and white and purple. And this year, finally, it took us 20 years to come to the classics, to the elegant black dress, because nothing actually boosts your confidence outfit white than black. Seriously, remember it. So our little beautiful silhouette and the color. Oh my God, you will get a proper chance to touch all of these girls' mini perfumes, of course. Then in the bottle, you will notice this matte, almost velvety, feeling this soft touch effect that we have on the bottle. Maybe no one cares, but took 8 attempts for us to get there. It's actually a complicated process, so we hope you appreciate it. Because the main idea being here, to give you hint what's inside. So what's outside basically complements the scent inside. This is the main assignment. And basically to remind you again that you are the diva, and all divas, especially in Hollywood or what's not, they deserve some awards. So this is your little additional beauty Oscar, your little award here with Divine. So this is about appearance, but the most important is, of course, what's inside, right? So our main goal was also to create the scent that reflects, all these dark velvety aspects. This is just a little hint I can just say from Oriflame side before we come to the dessert. So basically, when we created the concept and when we created brief that GIVAUDAN helped us to turn into reality, we had this idea, okay, the scent's supposed to be very dark, yes, but it should be super wearable. It still should be really feminine, which means for us certain clues, it shouldn't be too harsh. It still should have certain softness for being diva. So we had this creative challenge for our perfumers, just to ask them whether they can create a composition that is built around really, really dark in color, literally ingredients. So let's say if we knew we should have fruits, right? Because what kind of scent without good fruit, then why not plum? Because it is dark, it is pulpy, but still quite sweet, quite juicy, quite wearable. If there is a heart of the scent, of course we knew it's supposed to be rose, because as Magdalena explained to you, this is literally the diva of perfume world. So of course it's supposed to be around rose, but rose cannot be darker, cannot be more velvety, and that's how GIVAUDAN introduced to us this baccarat rose, very special one that you smelled previously. And of course it's wrapped in patchouli, the slightly earthy, a little bit tiny bit chocolatey, definitely very mysterious, because it's also quite classic combination, rose and patchouli. This is timeless elegance that we're talking here, which is very on time right now with the times. And I can speak about it, of course, for hours, but I think much better to hear it from the person who actually made this scent. So with a huge pleasure and privilege, and we definitely so happy and honored, we have opportunity today to meet perfumer behind Divine Dark Velvet, Guillaume Flavigny.
When you step by his office, you can always listen to his music, because he's always listening music when creating. He's also a musician, and he used to compare music to fragrance, because always looking for the right harmony, the good mix going on together. He's fond of piano, he's playing piano, and he has always been obsessed about fragrances. So he chose to become a perfumer. He worked in New York as well for GIVAUDAN in our New York office, and he came back a few years ago in Paris. He created for many brands, as you can see, and he created some also for Oriflame, like 4 fragrances already. Of course, Oriflame Divine, Éclat Toujours, and Nordic Water as well.
I don't work, I can smell with my nose, but I don't work with my nose. I work with my heart, and you write story, and so you create, it's all about emotion. And so it's unique. Just for you, So each time it's unique. The first thing I'm doing when I arrive at the office, so every morning, every day, depends of the mood. I'm choosing the right song depending on the mood or the project I'm working on. And if, for example, per day I'm working around 20 projects, and when I'm changing, I'm smelling another perfume, change the music. I need another mood, something different. So it could be a religious music, or hard rock, or electronic, or
yeah, it's very diverse.
Different, because the projects, the fragrances are all so different. So it's nourishing, and because it's also emotion, and it's better to write perfumes to be more inspired. And I play the piano, and what I like is when I'm playing, I play more jazz music, because the freedom, I love to be free, and it's always improvisation, and I can't play 2 times exactly the same, because it depends of the mood, everything. Usually I like to write the perfume, what I want to express, to say, and then I put the quantity, some raw materials, and step by step I build the perfume like that. And here I started from a specific rose, very mysterious, dark, interesting. And we have a collection of roses. It's like a library, and so you have books about. We have many hundreds orchids, roses, and so on. And I just have to pick the right one for the right brief. And today it's for Divine. And I build the perfume around this rose. So it's very rosy, but then my mission is to create a perfume with this rose. It has to be modern, mysterious, interesting, to have a rhythm, to be really sensual, glamorous, modern, different, unique. So, and I built around this rose the perfume. With black pepper from Madagascar, with some creamy vanilla, velvet musk, some patchouli for the elegance, and refined, something dark wood. So you have raw materials on the top, like the pepper, the plum, dark plum in the middle. It brings some sensuality and modernity, and some woods and velvet musk to round the fragrance, and the patchouli is really the bottom note. So you have some raw materials that stay like a few seconds. If you smell it, it's different. It's different every second, the composition. But there is a story. You keep the signature, but different, with different facets.
As an artistic person, how do you find then the balance between what you think it's a great vision and what client wants sometimes?
It's always it depends. So we have to for this perfume. It was easy because very fast we were agreed. But sometimes you ask me something red and then blue, and or something I really don't like. It's rare. But it depends. So I can't wear all the perfumes I'm working on. Sometimes I really love them. Sometimes I really love, but not for me. So I can't really wear it because it's so different than But for example, this one, yes, it's a rose. Yes, it's very feminine and glamorous. But for me, on a man, it's also elegant, slightly provocative, but very elegant. So why not? Yeah, and I like it. I'm working on a proactive project, something I'm inspired by blah blah blah. So for this one, I was already working on with this rose black background. So I worked like 1 year, but when Oriflame came, it was like finished, you know, and not far, and okay. So I have a library, a huge library of perfumes. Sometimes it's really accord, really not ready to, you know, it's really strange, but it's the beginning. Usually I need 6 months, 1 year to finish the fragrance. But for this one it was fast.
Why don't work
But
for the
you
first
have to
time?
work before.
Yes.
And it's teamwork. I'm not alone, so you can see it's a teamwork. This unique black baccarat rose first, and then this dark mood with this pepper gives rhythm on top, and this dark plum and woody, mysterious and precious is interesting. It's like the mix of classical flower mixed with intriguing raw materials, more in a dark way. And for me, it creates a unique signature, elegant, modern.
According to you, back to Divine Dark Velvet, what's the best occasion to wear it?
Every day.
Oh.
But it's true because it's you know, elegant, intriguing, surprising, slightly dark, and it's more for me it's more evening or for a date or to go to work to be more confident, unique, you know, because of the signature. But yeah, for a special date. And yeah, if you try it, you will love it and you will wear it.